The engine's purr is a comforting companion as I navigate the desolate stretch of road. The darkness presses in, swallowing the feeble glow of my headlights. My knuckles whiten as I grip the steering wheel, every nerve on edge. It's not just the darkness that unnerves me, but the eerie silence that blankets the night. I glance at the clock, 2:37 a.m. I should have been home hours ago, but a sudden storm forced me to take a detour through unfamiliar territory. Now, I find myself alone on this forsaken road, surrounded by nothing but gnarled trees and an oppressive silence. My eyes flicker to the rearview mirror, half expecting to see something lurking in the shadows behind me. But there's nothing, just an expanse of empty road stretching into oblivion. I try to shake off the feeling of unease, but it clings to me like a shroud. Suddenly, a figure looms in the distance, a hitchhiker, thumb thrust out in silent plea. Instinct screams at me to keep driving, but guilt tugs at my conscience. What if they're in trouble? What if I'm their only hope? I slow to a stop beside the stranger, heart pounding in my chest. Their face is obscured by darkness, features lost in shadow. But something about them sets my teeth on edge, a primal instinct warning me to flee. Need a ride? I manage to choke out, the words tasting bitter on my tongue. Silence stretches between us, thick and heavy as the night itself. Then, without a word, the figure climbs into the back seat, settling into the darkness like a wraith. I swallow hard, forcing myself to focus on the road ahead. But every instinct screams at me to flee, to leave this stranger behind in the darkness where they belong. Minutes stretch into hours as we journey deeper into the night, the silence oppressive and suffocating. I steal glances at the rearview mirror, half expecting to see the stranger's eyes boring into my soul. But they remain shrouded in darkness, a silent specter haunting the back seat. Suddenly, a sound cuts through the silence, a low, guttural growl that sends shivers down my spine. I glance around frantically, searching for the source of the noise, but there's nothing, just the endless expanse of darkness outside. My heart pounds in my chest as I try to steady my trembling hands. What was that sound? Was it just my imagination, or something far more sinister? I steal a glance at the stranger in the back seat, but they sit as still as a statue, silent and unmoving. Panic bubbles in my chest, threatening to overwhelm me. I need to get out of here, to escape this nightmare before it consumes me whole. But as I press down on the accelerator, a voice cuts through the darkness, a whisper so soft, I almost miss it. Don't be afraid, it says, the words sending a chill down my spine. We're almost there. I freeze, terror paralyzing me as the realization sinks in. There's something wrong here, something deeply, unnervingly wrong. With trembling hands, I reach for the door handle, desperate to escape this nightmare. But before I can flee, a hand clamps down on my shoulder, icy fingers sending shockwaves of terror through my body. Where do you think you're going? The voice hisses, cold and malevolent. I scream, the sound echoing through the darkness as I struggle against the unseen force holding me in place. But it's no use, I'm trapped, ensnared in a nightmare from which there is no escape. And as the darkness closes in around me, swallowing me whole, I realize the terrible truth. It was never the road that was haunted, but the passenger beside me all along.